into the main event, if you could fucking call it that. I'm just going to say this. I was going to say this off the top. By the way, we never talked about this actually. Every single fight was a boxing exhibition. They weren't professional fights. Even the earlier fights.
There was one professional.
Not according to Ben Folks, who's a very highly respected journalist. He came out today and he did an article saying that every single one was actually an exhibition match.
Okay, yeah, all right. So
it might not have been him, but it was a respected journalist saying this whole thing was fraudulent. It was bullshit. There was no actual professional matches on. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you're right. But that's what I definitely read.
I know that 3 of the 4 main card matches had 2-minute rounds.
Yeah.
And then there was one. The one fight had 3-minute rounds. So I guess the Hayes or
Why would David Hayes fight?
David Hay, yeah.
Well, why would David Hay, the Haymaker, be 2-minute fucking rounds as well? The guy was a very high level boxer, and he was fighting another guy that's had 9 professional fights so far. I forget his name right now.
Fournier, he's a billionaire, some dude who made a bunch of money, some British.
Yeah. But he's done a fucking top boxer. And then afterwards, David Hayes calling out Tyson Fury as the only fight he's going to come back for. All right, David, good luck with that one. But you come out and beat some fucking no one, and now you're going to fight Tyson Fury. Okay. But still.
Yeah, so...
Vitor Belfort.
Yeah, so Vitor Belfort versus Evander Holyfield. And you said it leading into it. You were very vocal about Evander. And in a weird way, watching him hit the pads, I was like, there must be something else here that we don't know. There must be something else because he looked feeble. There's no other word to describe the way he looked leading into this fight. And, it was, I was hoping that we were just he was playing some sort of mind game and he just wasn't really showing what he had. But within 30 seconds of that fight, I'm not sure if you watched the whole thing or if you just watched the.
No, I saw the whole thing. I saw the whole thing.
You could just tell he wasn't moving, dude. He even his jab was just, it was an old man. It was sad.
Well, he's 58 years old, but there's a young 58 and there's an old 58. And the reality is that all the combat and ring experience has taken its toll on him. And Evander was an old 58 in there. He wasn't fast on his feet. He wasn't fast with anything. Even when he was hitting pads on the open workout, he looked ridiculously slow. And I say that with respect, the guy's a legend, but his time has passed. Clearly. But I still thought, you never know. Maybe there's a part where, he hasn't got the speed, but with his other skills, with his timing, etc., perhaps he can still make it happen. But that was clearly never going to happen. And as I say, let's reiterate, this was an exhibition match, right? It was not for a world title fight. There was no personal grudge or anything like that. So why on earth did Vitor Belfort come out and put it on him like he was trying to fucking murder him? I say he's a piece of shit all the time. He is a piece of shit. There's an elderly guy here. He's clearly slow. He clearly shouldn't be in there. The commission never licensed him, so they moved the entire thing to Florida. And you're going to go at him like that? How about, number one, give the fans, the people that have paid, what they came to see? They want to see Evander moving around a little bit. At any time you can take him out because you're clearly fast and you hit hard and you're on every fucking steroid under the sun. Granted, Evander probably is at that age to look the way that he did, but just looking good is one thing, performing good is another. But
devil's advocate, Evander probably would have taken his fucking head off if he could have.
Yeah, but you don't do that. You don't do that. When you've clearly got the edge on someone like that, it's an unwritten rule. That's not what you do. If you have skill like that, right, you don't do it. Right, him going out there against Evander Holyfield and doing that, and when Evander fell through the fucking ropes, that should have been a warning light. When then he drops it. The third time, he could have just all right, okay. But no, he goes at him again with everything that he had. Everything that he had, like he was fighting fucking Randy Couture or something in a world title fight.
And then when he wins, he's bragging about it. He's like, that's what I do. I knock people out. You're like, all right, you're literally beating up an old man who's way past prime, and you're... I'm not going to say Vitor. Look, Vitor, it's his job to get in there and fucking kill, right? And you know that as well as anybody.
Not in an exhibition match. Not in an exhibition match.
You're right. But Triller, they should be embarrassed. It was disrespectful to Evander to put him in there against somebody who's going Vitor's not going in there to show a look. Because by the way, when you said why is David Hay doing that, David Hay was friends with that guy who he boxed. And I guess that guy's like, he trained with him before, they're buddies or whatever. So he did treat it like an exhibition, and he could have knocked him out at any time, but he just sort of put it on him a little bit, showed that he was the better boxer. He won literally every single round on every judge's scorecards and put on a good show, made it a fun fight. And so, yeah, you're right. You're 100% right in that. And it was actually more entertaining to watch. It was just sad to watch. Nobody was watching that going like, oh, yeah, fuck yeah, Vitor, this is great. It was just, you're like, it shouldn't have happened.
Have a little self-awareness. Have a little self-awareness of the scenario that you're in. Okay, you're going up against someone that's highly revered in the boxing world. He's way past his prime, but it would have been cool to see Evander go out there, and it would have been nostalgic for everyone that maybe bought the pay-per-view because they're old school Evander Holyfield fans, and they're probably all scratching their head going, "Who the fuck's this Brazilian dude? Never heard of him. Don't watch MMA. I know who Evander Holyfield is." So not only did you dishonor Evander, if you will. It's a fucking exhibition bout, but you robbed everyone of what they wanted to see because your own fucking ego. You had to knock him out so quickly. Take it easy. Play with him a little bit. Have a little bit of fun. You know what I mean? High five a little bit. Come on. Oh shit, he still got it. Look at this guy. And if you want to put it in after a few rounds and drop him with the body shot like I did to you, go for it. You know what I mean? But fucking doing that. The guy's 58. What if he fucking really hurt him? What if he really fucking hurt him? Do you know what I mean? Fucking hell.
It literally had shades of Apollo versus Drago. Where like Drago's like, if he dies, he dies. You're like, calm the fuck down, Vitor. It is just an exhibition. You're supposed to be showing the fans a good time. Now,
you changed your tune a minute ago. You fucking you said something completely different.
I'm playing devil's advocate. I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt. At the end of the day, Vitor's trying to fucking get a big $30 million payday, right? And he's a mud brain.
He ain't gonna get it now. He ain't gonna get it because if he wanted that, do you know what he should have done?
He should have looked worse.
He should have looked worse. Because if I'm Jake Paul, we'll sidestep him. Do you know what I mean? And Anderson Silva, probably not going to get it. Tito Ortiz had the right idea, but it was a little too easy. Do you know what I mean? You don't want to look good, but you don't want to look that bad.
There's a happy medium in between Tito Ortiz and Vitor Belfort that night, okay?
Somewhere.
Look, here's the thing. The whole promotion, Triller, and whatever, dude. What do I know? I will say that it comes off as sort of a very trashy, garbagey, whatever it is. For them getting in the ring, Vitor gets on the mic afterwards, and he's like, Jake Paul, we got $30 million. And I guess one of the owners of Triller just didn't have enough faith that people got the message from Vitor, so he jumps on the microphone.
No. I saw all this, and I was going to get to that.
This is some cringy shit. So please.
It was the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. It's the worst thing I've ever seen. Listen, Dana White, right? Is some people love the guy, some people have issues with him, and of course, at press conferences or whatever in interviews, Dana will fucking speak his mind, and that's why people love him for it. But also at the same time, when you're in the ring and whatever, and you're on TV, you got to be professional. And whatever he was, the CEO, the owner,
two of them,
talking that amount of shit, fucking Jake Paul, 30 fucking million, let's go. It's like, wow, the cringiest circus act I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, the first guy gets on, and he just reiterates what Vitor says, and he's like, so if you guys understand what we're saying, $30 million or no, $25 million to Jake Paul, and then the other guy who's obviously on coke. The other guy jumps on the mic and he's like, you know what? Fuck it. $30 million, motherfuckers. Let's go. That's right. You want to fucking talk? You're like, dude, first of all, this isn't WWE. Who the fuck are you?
No.
Who are you?
First of all, they haven't got $30 million. Okay? That's the real first of all. But anyway, I'm done with that shit show.
DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner.